as well. Look at that. Typical Craig.
Here comes playing. Oh, my word! Absolutely magnificent. Reed! He rose so high! Touched the sky! 2-1 down! 3-2 up! It's meant to be! It's surely meant to be! It's
Be a long night. Pakatari's played it through, and Bowen's in. It's up for grabs now. He's done it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Sunday Night Takeaway. And as you can see, I've already got a couple of guests with me as well for episode 65. Hope everyone in the chat's keeping well. And, well, it was a nice warm one today. A bit cooler yesterday, which was great because I was working. So that was well welcome because on the Friday, Jesus Christ, man, that was hot. Fuzzy, how are we doing, mate?
I'm doing all right. Not as mad as perhaps some people might have imagined. Plenty of good takeaways from the game today, as well as glaring, outstanding negatives that have survived another transfer window, it would seem. Hopefully they actually do fix up real quick. But aside from that, no, I'm actually relatively fine. Bit more of a positive outlook, to be completely honest.
Good to hear. And obviously, your counterfoe from today, Jez, how are we, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. I mean, I'm not sitting here gassing it up about that result today. It's 1-0, ball fest of a game. Absolutely boring. But let's be fair. Going to Old Trafford and taking 3 points, I'll take it. Whichever way we can. But I wasn't impressed, to be honest. I think Man United. I'm sure we'll get into this later. So
yeah. We'll catch up with that shortly. We'll just catch up with the chat first, and we'll talk about the games over the weekend anyway. So first one is obviously his usual suspect. And he said, "Good evening, all. Good evening to you, usual." And he's also added on to their quite astounding, really, the way that this club, obviously West Ham, the ineptitude is a sight to behold, and we will talk about that shortly, briefly, because I'm going to do more of it tomorrow night of a show. Good evening to Words and Pictures, and thanks for becoming a YouTube member on here as well. Appreciate that. Good evening, Matt. Baroness Brady talking nonsense and talk shite as well. Yeah, I'm going to briefly talk about it, like I mentioned, as I said. Matt says, we'll always back our managers well. How about you backing with some players? 100%. That is very true. And he says that he actually wants and not ones that force on him, like Callum Wilson. Yeah. Good evening, Pepsi. Is Tont showing up tonight? I've heard he's had a black cat problem. Yes, mate, we did indeed. 3 of them, the little bastards. Matt saying low blow, Pepsi, a low blow. Evening, Brendan. He's doing a whip around for Sterling, Pepsi. Evening, Taunt panel on the channels, even to yourself, and he's saying hello. Matt saying, I've heard that Fuzz has a Sesko-sized problem. I mean, I didn't realise how big that fellow is.
Well, about 6'5".
6'5", and he's only 22, and he looks like he's goes
dominant.
outside woods and
Aerially dominant. It's a shame that with some of the substitutions in that midfield that we sort of didn't necessarily play into his strengths. Put a lot of crosses in if Arsenal are going to go defensive, and just let him have a jumping fest against Saliba and Gabriel. He's got the physicality to match. Why not? Give it a shot.
Yeah, I think there'd be more to come because I think there's some, as you said, there's some highlights from Man United with the signings they had, and they're saying hello. Matt's saying, "I'll take Sterling after yesterday's dross." Matt,
you're desperate.
Sunstroke, definitely. Evening, Anthony.
Evening, lads.
Matt saying we look nowhere near ready. The only player for it was Bowen. He was saying, and yes, the harsh reality is we'll go down with that defence, especially a good. Pepsi saying it's refreshing to hear Karen Brady on TalkSport earlier. She does a fantastic job for us there. Yeah, there was I don't know if any of you guys have heard her talk this morning on TalkSport. Yeah, it's amazing where PR talk, and you think that everyone's going to buy into it by my players and my club, and the important question: are you going to sell the club? And quite categorically, it was a no, not selling it whatsoever. So we've got Sullivan and her. I don't know for how long. Depends on the Golds if they can sell their part of it. But yeah, it was just hearing that kind of actually trying to big it all up kind of thing. And yeah.
I did hear a fan. He actually phoned in, and when he actually got on the call, the first thing that came out of his mouth was West Ham are fucking shit, and I laughed. I honestly I couldn't. I mean, Tom, look, 3-0 Sunderland, a newly promoted club from the Championship. You thought you ain't going to live it down. I was going to come on here to rip the piss as I normally do, right? And I'll be honest with you. I think the way I saw West Ham, like watching the highlights and that sort of thing. I'm sorry to say this, Tim, but I think West Ham's in trouble this season. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it to be horrible and nasty or anything like that at all. You know that, but I just think you've got problems there. Now, where does the problems lie? Obviously, we know Sullivan, the owner. That's problem number one.
Yeah.
Problem number two, I think there's something wrong there with your midfield. All right, you haven't really got much of a decent striker there, and now I think basically some of your fans now are blaming Potter, but I am going to say his name, James from E20. He's not blaming Potter. He's not blaming Potter at all. I've seen his videos, so I didn't know what your opinion was. Your views on the club.
Well, with this game, first of all, I called it before. I said, we can't take anything for granted. Sunderland just been promoted, so they're going to be up for it in that respect. They've just signed all these players, and just seen on TalkSport, just for the not TalkSport, on Sky Sports, just to rub it even more, they've just signed defender Nordi Micheli from PSG for 12 million on a 4-year contract. So they beat us 3-0 and then go and sign another defender. Whereas we're kind of scraping the barrel to hope for we could do a GoFundMe to just buy one player.
Yeah.
It comes down to, and that's the thing, when you look at the ownership there at Sunderland, it seems, they've had their hardships over the last couple of years. When you look at the documentaries they had, they've had 2 or 3 new owners come in and can never get it off the ground. This new lot that's come in, he looks young and all. I think he's only 30 something, the chairman, but he's got his head screwed on right. He knows what he wants. He's actually putting the club forward first before anything else, and it's proven that. The manager's just extended his contract, so that tells you there's something in that as well. Sullivan, they're saying we haven't got no money. We know they've got money. There's no two ways they've got money. It's a fact that they can also, if they wanted to, the shareholders can bung more money into the pot to help it all out. But it just seems, it's not going down that route. And of course, when you look at with Potter, unfortunately with Potter, he has got to take some blame.
Yeah. Because
there's times when he gets it right. Not being funny, when we went to the Emirates and also we beat you, we had it locked down. We had it quite nailed on there. You couldn't do much against us. When we played Liverpool, we should have had a draw there last year, and they beat us 2-1. And it's only because, like he did yesterday, because I'm just going to come into Rob's comment in a minute. The first half, we looked fairly okay. The second half is when we derailed ourselves, and that's where the other goals come from. And this is where the problem is. Potter as well has to hold his hand and take some blame for what he does in the formation and he changes. But when you look at the squad itself, the midfield is dire. He started that Guido Rodriguez, and there's talks of him going to Saudi for possibly 6 million, which is quite surprising for that amount of money. But if he's put him in the shop window, that's not the game you put him in. It's the opening game of the season. You want to prove a point at the end of the day. He brings on Callum Wilson, and again, you've got to think an ex-Geordie playing against the Mackhams. they kicked him more than they kicked the ball in the second half. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's all these things, and yeah, I mean, I know James has said it many a times. There's a few other West Ham channels that said the same thing. We are going to have it's going to be a hard season for us, Anthony. It's what we do in the next couple of weeks leading up to the end of this transfer window. We know we need a forward, and we know we need to sort the midfield out. But that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, like as Rob says here, and good evening, Rob. We were dire in the second half. Sunderland on a side tipped to struggle, and they did that to us. Positive notes. Youth going forward looks a handful, and that's the only kind of. I mean, you know, someone said about Bowen, but Youth they're the only two really you can say that actually stand out. At least Paqueta tried. You know, that's it. I mean, you guys from the outside looking in at West Ham, what kind of problems do you see?
Well, the first thing I saw is I got to say this: kudos, what a fucking player. But
wrong channel,
yeah,
Anthony, wrong channel.
Yeah, but I just, I just see. Well, we talked about it too. We've seen problems there at West Ham. I think it is your owner at the end of the day. I feel like if you change your owner, you get decent more players in. That's what you're missing. I think if you was to survive here now in this Premier League, I think you need at least another 3 players, at least minimum of 3 players, and one of them's a bloody goal scorer. Let's be honest. That's what's missing in that West Ham team is a goal scorer. I mean, but that's the problem. I mean, you look at it today. Obviously, I coming away from West Ham. Obviously, with our game today with Arsenal and Man United, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think we were that great, Arsenal, and there were spells in that game where Manchester United made Arsenal look good. In that game, honestly, I was in the pub watching it, and I thought to myself, blimey, this is a bit crap. This is, and it was. Our new signing, Gyökeres, he wasn't in the game that much. I'll be honest with you, and I thought to myself, it was a shame really, because I really thought Gyökeres most probably would have gotten the score sheet, but obviously not. So, but I think there's going to need a lot of work doing in this Arsenal team as well. I mean, that left-hand side was flat with Martinelli. Hence, that's why Madueke came on. So, and with Gyökeres, I feel he's got to play more games. But listen, I think he's got to adapt to what Arsenal's play is. And it's not just what he's got to adapt to, it's obviously what the team has got to adapt to if we want this to work. So, in all fairness, that's my opinion on today's game. But unlucky for us. I just want to say Man United was really unlucky, and my man of the match, I will say this, was our goalkeeper David Raya. By far, he was the best. He was the best player on the pitch, and along with Saliba.
I'll ask you guys in a minute. I'd just like this one from usual. He's gone here. This just sums up the squad: a goalkeeper with spaghetti arms, a non-existent midfield, and a forward line older than the penny black. What's not to love about West Ham? Absolutely usual, I mean, Jez, what do you think about the West Ham situation? Do you think we've got a chance of turning the corner, or is it kind of like going 300 steps back?
Well, look, it's very early days in the season, isn't it? I only saw the highlights on Match of the Day last night, but what I did see was complete capitulation. No, total lack of direction. First game of the season, I knew that was going to be a tough game for you boys. You just come up against a newly promoted team, first time back in the Prem after 8 years. They're always going to go 100 mile an hour. But there's bigger, deeper problems here, right? Your club, after watching that last night, I forget whose show it was. I think it was Friday night. I was on a show and we were giving our predictions for relegation teams, and a couple of I think it was Kenny Kent actually might have said he fears for West Ham. I disagree with him. I thought it's going to be Burnley, but anyway, that's for later, another day. Haven't watched you boys yesterday, and it's only the highlights, of course. I didn't see the whole game. But you didn't look good at all. You looked a complete and utter mess. No direction, lack of intensity. And I do fear for you right now because you've got to get yourselves out of a hole. And your management is shockingly bad. Shockingly bad. And that's all going to capitulate and make it worse for you lot.
Yeah.
Because you got away with it last year, but we know that the longer it goes on, the worse it gets. And
Yeah,
I honestly say, if you don't get yourself sorted out, let's say by the end of November, right? If you're sitting below bottom, no, if you're sitting below mid-table, I think you're in deep shit. I really do.
Yeah.
It will be a great shame for West Ham. I've got a lot
agree on
of
that.
West Ham.
No, I know you. Thank you very much for that, mate. Fuzzy, I'll come to you, and then I'm going to get your opinion and obviously welcome you on the channel as well. What do you think, Fuzz? How do you see it?
Yeah, I think it's just a club that's in general in decline through negligence, with just like practice or malpractice. I think with West Ham, we've got people who don't want to put the money up, people who are irresponsible with handling the club finances. They're not setting your club up for the next 5 to 10 years, or setting up at least their own project to better prepare you for the future. And it's just like, it's a bit like your scouting department. It's dead end, 30 plus years of age, people finishing their careers. It's also people finishing football clubs too. So I just think collectively West Ham needs to think about what it wants to be doing within like the next 5-10 years or so, and actually start making proper strides towards that. Because if any indication, that opening game of the season, that you could say that's Sunderland bouncing to be back in the Prem, and West Ham, it's a bit of confidence is a little bit low. Maybe it gets a bit better for West Ham on the pitch. Maybe it doesn't, to be quite frankly honest, because the only other teams really that you could say would be worse in quality at this very moment in time than Sunderland would be Burnley, and maybe Leeds at a push. So if one of those bottom 3 teams is beating you so convincingly in game week 1, God only knows what's going to happen against other opposition that are much more established. They actually have a bit of a plan, a bit of know-how. It's going to be a really, really long season, and I've said with our predictions where West Ham could be around relegation zone. I think you might just drop within it.
That is a sad fact, and you're not wrong there, mate. It is kind of, as we said, a little bit worrying unless it turns it around. But I just can't see it, And last but not least, welcome back into the channel, and obviously it's a pleasure as always to have Yeti on board. Good evening to yourself, mate, and of course another great result for the Forest today. Woodsy, man, what are you feeding him?
I know we're feeding him the ball. That's what we're feeding him. And that's why he scores. Because that's what you have to do to a striker. You have to actually feed him the ball. And brilliant performance today. Absolutely brilliant. Second half was a little bit dicey. The defence was a little bit dicey as well. A bit like Arsenal, to be honest. Arsenal's defence today, I thought, was some of the worst I've seen for a good while from Arsenal, to be fair. And I think if you don't score that corner, you don't score today. That's all.
No.
And I've got a feeling, I don't know whether this is right or not, I've got a feeling this Spanish dumbass idiot, is actually trying to prove that he's right. So he's like using Gyökeres and then bringing on Havertz and pulling up Havertz's game. Because as soon as Havertz came on, he was getting distribution left, right and centre. But Gyökeres only actually got distribution when he was on the fucking wings. And you want that guy in the middle when the crosses are coming in. not when not on the wings. So yeah, but anyway, I keep going on about Arsenal, but what we did today was absolutely fantastic. I'm buzzing. A lot more than what the bees are right now. Mr. B, hello, bro. You kicked me out your channel. Hello, mate. I just want to say hello just in case you're in there watching. And cheers for the 3 points, bro. And so I thought it was great today.
Good, mate.
Like I say, second half, some of the players that we're bringing in as well, we're not messing around.
No, not at all. No,
As for West Ham, look, Pete, bro.
yeah,
That I watched the game against Sunderland, and Sunderland. I mean, I know, like you said, that they was gonna like come at it like crazy, but you've got to have something to do something about that. You're the Premier League team that's been in the Premier League for ages, so you should have some kind of tactic to stop them doing that. And the ball, the high ball into the box, man, you could not defend. But don't worry, because Sterling's coming. So.
Yeah, he can leap up like Billy the Fish. We'd be fucking spot on. We'd be all right. We'll be fine. Let's just say hello to people in the chat. Good evening to Terence as well. He's saying good evening, one and all. Toby the Gable, but I'm sure the Gay Bulldog sends his love. Big up to our good old friend Michael Chelsea. Big up Tom, Fuzzy, and Jez. What happened to the Emmas yesterday? Yeah, we were shite basically. Good evening, Leslie. Hope you will. And he's saying hello, as always. All good. Usual saying to Michael, it's a masterstroke by Potter to give every team a 3-point start. How gracious we are at the Hammers. And of course, everyone's saying hello to each other as always.
The genius of Man United to basically continue where they left off last season in 15th place. Just like we did.
To be honest.
There's even a penalty incident with Saliba where he goes through the back of Cunha.
Yes.
And the ball's closer to his right foot, but Saliba takes him out through his left, and then he just sort of falls over Saliba at that time. I was surprised that VAR didn't even look.
Ray, a man of the match for me, 100%. The rest of the team was just not what I would have expected at all.
No.
I think you robbed. You basically went to Old Trafford and you robbed them of 3 points right there. But the Mbermo chance and Raya saving it was just first class. And I've been reading that apparently Jokerez is no good, but people don't seem to understand that any striker needs distribution. Stan Collymore was a fantastic striker. But if you didn't kick them, if you didn't give him the ball, then he wouldn't have been able to do it, would he?
And that's what strikers thrive off. They need service. Simple as that, and they don't get it. Question I'll ask to Anthony and Jez, though. I mean, I don't know if you picked up on this. I noticed it quite often. Saka. Did you notice that he seemed to jump out of a lot of the challenges today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think he's not fully fit. I think he's. Problem is now, and I did say this, and a few other people said this. Once you get a bad injury like that, you're never going to be 100% ever again.
Yeah.
And in the back of your mind is always going to be, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. Right.
Yeah.
Now, I know it was a hamstring tear, grade 3, very bad injury. He's a young man, right? I think, what's he, 23 now? Coming up 24? 24, maybe coming up 25. But he's got his whole career ahead of him. Right, he'll be peaking at what, 28, 30.
About that.
So he's going to be thinking in his back of his head, I don't want this again. I can't afford this again. And don't forget, this is World Cup year coming up.
Of course, yeah.
So he wants to be maximum 100%. He wants that England place. Today, he didn't look great. Let's be honest. Not much of the Arsenal team looked great today. Raya, I agree. I gave him man of the match, and I always think it's a sad thing when you have to give the goalkeeper man of the match.
Yeah.
But the fact is, Man United, first off, were the better team, no question. The Arsenal defence, I thought looked very panicky. I personally, Anthony, I don't think Saliba did have a good game. I think he was getting spun around a little bit. I think he was making some rash decisions. Not a great display from the defence today at all. A better team would have won that game against Arsenal today.
Hmm.
I mean, how many shots on target do Arsenal have?
6.
It was 9
Nine.
attempts with
Nine.
like 4 or 5.
You know what I mean?
target.
Yeah, yeah.
How many shots on target do Man United have?
There was P rollers though, weren't they? Shot
Well, they
rollers.
were. They were.
22 with 9 on target, I think.
But you know, come on. At the end of the day, look, it was a scrappy, dirty little game.
Mm.
Not as bad as some of the games for naughtiness as we have seen at Old Trafford and Man United, Arsenal. But I'll take it.
Yeah,
I tell you what, Neil, 3 points out of Old Trafford. I'll take it
Mm.
because it's 3 points start of the season. That's that one game out of the way. Never an easy day out at Old Trafford.
Mm.
All the Muppets that were giving it, oh, we're going to win 5-0, this, that, and the other. Yeah, I'd love to see that. I've never seen that in my lifetime. You know, I'd love to see it one day because that's never happened. Never, ever in history of Arsenal scored 5 goals at Old Trafford. Ever.
Mm. Mm.
So
Idea.
let's forget that one. But yeah, okay. I'll take it. 3 points, 1-0, walk away, move on. Leeds United home next week. I'll tell you right now, that won't be an easy game either.
Oh yeah, because the week after that, then you got Liverpool.
Mm.
And then on the 13th, yeah, you and Yeti might be doing a watch along on that one. That's going to be an interesting game.
Absolutely. 100%.
You know, them ones usually go.
Forest. yeah. I'm just looking at the fixtures now. Yeah.
That's
I'm
really
looking
easy.
at that now.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Daz, I think you got your answer there from the pair of them. I think they're quite happy with what they've got, but yeah, not much. Michael, Chelsea's open that, you know, it's a good game on Friday because obviously the Friday coming up will be Chelsea at West Ham. So Chelsea never have an easy ride at London Stadium, but we are talking about us at the moment. So
Yeah. Don't get any easier for you, does it? When you like look at the fixtures and you're like, oh my goodness.
well, we've got you coming up as well shortly. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
that should be very interesting. Yeah, as Matt's agreeing with you, Anthony, I think we were in trouble. He's saying West Ham. Michael Blaze, good evening to yourself. He's saying, evening crime watch team, please sort out our team. Yeah, a load of criminals there at the moment. Yeah, I agree on this one as Leslie. I think Jez alluded to this. Need a modern thinking, progressive coach to push us forward. I think we'll win though, 1-0 against Chelsea. We'll take that. Lawrence, good afternoon from yourself from Kentucky. Hope you're doing well, Lawrence. Matt saying Baroness Brady admitted we need pace in midfield. Well, that's bold of you. Yeah, how about fucking do it then, rather than just speak it, you know.
Easy words.
One thing I will say, right, Tom,
Easy words.
about West Ham is like you seem to like at the minute have an owner that just puts players that will sign the players that will just like, you know, like Callum Wilson, like Sterling and all this, that and the other. You're going down that route where it's just like an older player that, you know, you can pull in to try and G the crowd up. I mean, Sterling's never going to G a crowd up, not nowadays. At one time, yeah, maybe. Callum Wilson's a good striker, but I mean, what I saw the other day, all you've got really is Jarrod Bowen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Malik Diouf, they're the only two players at the moment who really shine at for us.
Yeah.
And I think the midfield could have been better picked. We got young Freddie Potts. I think he should have been given a chance. And you hear some people saying, "What in a game like that?" And it's like, well, yeah, we're gonna. He's already proved himself at Wycombe Wanderers. He's proved it at Portsmouth. So why not? I mean, you know, not being funny, we've seen youngsters at Arsenal come through the ranks. We've seen Man United bring plenty of youngsters through the ranks, and they've done well, and we've done exactly the same. So we should have done that. And Alvarez should have started over Guido Rodriguez. I mean, fuck knows what was going on there. But that's what Potter does, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He just picks a weird and wonderful.
Man United's been pinching our fucking youths. I mean, yeah, I couldn't believe that. That young striker that we had, it scored 30 odd goals. and because Mikel Arteta, he wanted a pay rise of I think it was something like 50 grand a week. And Mikel Arteta said, "No, you're getting 35," and that was the reason why he left Arsenal to go to Man United. You can't blame him. I mean, everybody wants a bit of money, but 50 grand. Let's be honest. What is that to Arsenal? That is fucking peanuts. That is.
Yeah.
So
You're not going to get to play under Arteta anyway because he has his
No.
favourites and all
No.
that. So Evan and Chikadze or whatever his name is, he was never going to play under Arsenal. I mean, we've got one of your youth products as well, Amari Hutchinson. That
Yeah, what a player.
cracking player.
Mm.
Cracking player.
Yeah, done really well there. Brendan, you're right there, mate. Yeah, Lawrence enjoyed your video you posted on West Ham Unofficial. Lawrence does some good little short videos, so you get a chance to have a look at them. Give it a like. He does some really good stuff. Michael's saying Brady just gaslighting, never answered the question. That's what she's kind of near enough like a politician. She's clueless, he's saying there. There was a bit where she said when she first came on the scene, and she was asked, she's answering all the questions about football, and how she's going to come in to try and change it and this and the other. And then when she put it out to the journalist, like, can I have the first question? Apparently, the first one was, "What's your vital statistics?" Which obviously she didn't answer. But as she was leaving, she did say that, there is a load of dicks in here and that, and I've got the biggest balls, referring to her tits as she walked out of the room. But that's about the only thing she did that was probably entertaining. Other than that, I agree with this one. Absolutely usual. Yeah, Brady's a snotty-nosed cow. I can't stand the woman. Yeah, because she's another one that she says things. I think it was a couple of seasons back when we were near enough facing relegation, and all she was worried about was you going and watch her podcast, and we were on the verge of relegation. Come on, watch our podcast. Great stuff.
Well, her mentor is Alan Sugar, so I mean, what do you?
Oh, yeah, thank you very much for reminding me. Of course, yes.
yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
Well, I'll bang it.
I was waiting.
Big up Mr. Joshy J, big up Tony in the chat. Shocking start by your boys yesterday. Yes, 100%. Everyone's saying alone there. Our Premier League first games record is lost 18. At least we're keeping consistent in that respect. Good evening, Stephen. Hope you're doing well, even all he's saying. And Matt's going, Speedo Rodriguez, more like Snail Rodriguez. Yeah, not good at all. I think, like most of us here, Lawrence, you're not wrong. I'm tired, so tired. I love this team, love the fans, love the badge. We need to improve, and you're right there from top to bottom. There's no two ways about it. Terence is saying, I predict us winning 3-1. What a mug. Yes, I do blame Sullivan and Potter. Sullivan is 8, and Potter 5 at the back. We were pitiful. Worry is, if you looked at the bench, Tony, there was nothing there that can change the game. And this is the problem, isn't it? At least with the other people on the panel here and that, they've actually kind of made sure they've got extra players now to kind of cover if anyone needs to come off. We, at the moment, beg, borrow and steal, which is a bit of a shame. Considering what we used to produce as youth players, now we're a fucking shambles. Lawrence saying, yeah, Wilson looked lost on the pitch. Oh, that's probably after they kicked him around so many times, knocked the sense
It's
out.
almost like your owners have had enough, but they're just sort of staying there to, keep going until somebody buys them out or whatever.
But the thing is, on that, unfortunately, sorry to interrupt you there, mate. I mean, say Karen Brady was saying it today because the two pundits actually asked her directly at that, are you looking to sell the club? And she's gone, no. They're looking to stay. The only ones that are looking to sell up their shares are the Golds. Because
you need to get the Green Street crew to go and meet them, mate.
Over.
I watched that movie the other day. That's quality.
Green Street, yeah, I remember that one. That was old. Was it Elijah Wood, wasn't it?
Yeah, Elijah Wood and Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah, because don't imagine Elijah Wood suddenly becoming all road kind of figure.
No, you don't. It's very strange, isn't it, when you watch Lord of the Rings, Frodo Baggins, and he can't do anything, and then all of a sudden he's there kicking.
Probably going to put on his hairy feet and scare the shit out of her. I don't know. What are the other? Words of Pictures is saying current situation at West Ham United is a mess with both the manager, Potter, and the board. Sullivan's drew criticism for their performance and decision making, and the players too. But it comes down to the same old thing, isn't it? Who's going to take blame? I mean, Man United have been there with the ownership, especially with Edward Woodward, because the bloke didn't have no clue about football whatsoever. And obviously, you look at Arsenal, you've got obviously Edu out of the way with now. You've obviously got Berta. Is that a working between him and Arteta, though, this Berta and Arteta?
Yeah, he's there to see what he's doing. And if this thing keeps going on with Gyökeres getting taken off, and taking Rice, I don't know why he took Rice off, to be quite honest with you, because if Rice had got that corner, and you don't score. You don't score.
Back in a minute, boys. Back in a minute.
All right, Jess.
I'll bounce out, I'll come back.
No worries, mate. No worries.
Getting back onto Elijah Wood, right? He used in Green Street. He uses the one ring to rule them all.
Oh dear. Oh my day. Look,
God, if anyone would, yeah, he can, innit? That's the...
I mean, look, if it doesn't get any worse for West Ham, here we go. Look, you heard me now. Apparently, there's a broken collarbone as well now. Right, me. So we've got that's two left-sided players out basically. We've still got to wait till October till Somerville's due back.
You're getting just picked off though, aren't you? Really, you're just getting picked off. I mean, Kata's another one that's like there's certain things going on, certain teams want them and stuff like that. I mean, like we've always said, like whenever we like a player, you say, oh yeah, we're after him as well. You know what I mean? I mean, we've just brought in McAtee, who's a quality fucking individual, a young guy, got a massive future.
20 million, wasn't it? 20 million?
30, I think, because
30 mil, 32 million.
I think, with like add-ons, but they've also got like a buyback clause on him as well. But you got Amari Hutchinson, 37.5, a little bit expensive, but he's always a player that I've liked. Douglas Luiz, possibly, Rico Lewis is another one that we're very close to. Which bringing in. That's another big player as well. And then Cali Muyuendo, something I don't know.
Calvert Lewin.
No, Cali Muyuendo or something. I don't know.
I mean, all these players. One of them managed to make it into the team. The others didn't, but they literally walked on.
I'm not surprised. They couldn't spell it. They couldn't say it or spell it. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they walked on the pitch with their like shirts up and all that, and then Yeti came on with his Cruz Campo, fell over, and all I was fuck. What's that?
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, obviously, seeing Lawrence's comment there, Hermanson was a joke because obviously he dropped Areola and put this keeper in straight away, and there was a couple of he could have got. I think the first guy especially he could have got to. So he was a little bit sad.
I think it was the first one. I was like, man, how the hell did you not get to that?
Yeah, I think it could have been a lot better. What kicked off in the change room then? Oh, it'd be interesting to know what's happening there then. I'll have to look into for that one.
What's that, West Ham or?
I think it might have been West Ham. I think.
I don't think you'll go down. I don't think you'll go down. I don't think that. But I think Potter could be the first one sacked. Either that or the Wolves manager, but they lost to Manchester City, so he's going to be given a bit of a lease of life. But to lose to Sunderland, who've just come into the league, and to beat you 3-0, that's kind of big, isn't it?
It is, mate. I mean, when you look at something like that, if we don't kind of get some points in the next couple of games, then it'll start turning ugly. It'll be more than kicking off in the change rooms. I mean, there's one particular fellow, he's on West Ham Fan TV, and that by all accounts, he's given up his season ticket altogether. And there's quite a few people that's doing that now.
Don't blame them.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, we know it's not cheap to get a season ticket in the first place. Then obviously, if all the other bits added on, and the shithousery that's going on at the club, you can understand why people decide that enough for me. I ain't going to keep on putting into this to this owner if they're not giving back. Yet there's Brady saying and we're invested into the team. It's like, well, I'd like to know why, because we only paid, I think, nearly 30 odd million for what you know for a couple of
She's
players.
like a
and 2 free
politician.
transfers.
She just
Of
talks.
course she is, man.
Yeah.
She just loves hearing her own voice, doesn't she? At the end of the
Yeah,
day?
exactly.
That's what that's all about.
I think there's another problem with West Ham as well. Is like every manager obviously is different and got their own style of how the players in the team should play. I just feel with the West Ham players and the way how Potter wants them to play, I don't think they can. I don't think they can do it. In other words, I
No.
don't think they can. The players fit the criteria of how Potter wants them to play. So, in other words, I think as well, maybe the quicker you get rid of Potter as well, son, and bring in another manager, they might say, "Well, look, I like this style of play." I just noticed with Potter, you're too defending, way too defending. If you're not attacking, how are you going to score bloody goals? It's like what Yeti said. I'll be honest with you, without that attacking player of Bowen, West Ham would be nothing. Where are the goals coming from?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm West Ham, I would have gone like knowing that the way Sunderland was going to come out, I would have gone completely low block on the counter attack because they was obviously going to go for you to show their fans something. So that to me would have been the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly, and you're playing 5 at the back as well, and not being funny. That's an extra man at the back, and you're still letting goals. So you might as well just play that extra man up bloody front, attacking in an attacking position, and say, right, sod it, let's go for it.
Yeah.
You know, we can win
You
this.
know what? You know when you go 5 at the back against the team, that basically tells that team that you're worried.
Yeah, you're weak.
Defensive side.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly that.
You're weak.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like when you go 5 at the back.
I mean, what was
Yeah,
interesting
things.
for me, it was showing it as if, like, you know, it was 5 in midfield, 3, and then obviously Bowen and Falkirk up top. But
Yeah.
when you look at it, as you said, once they start setting off and then sitting back with the defence, you just allow teams come forward. They just exploit you.
Yeah.
You know.
Trouble is though, Yeti does know a lot. I mean, when I was on the Yeti show, we did the Football Manager. He was the manager of Hartlepool.
Nice.
Fuck me, they were like Brazil. Hartlepool, they were like Brazil. I'm telling you.
It wasn't until you started giving your 2 pence and then it all went to shit. I changed loads of games to win them all. Get
I know.
You didn't do shit. You just sat there laughing.
Okay, there's just sort of, maybe there's nothing in it, but apparently my usual saying, Falkirk had something to say in the dressing room again. I know Bowen said that, you know, we've got to be better and that, and then that's kind of like stating the bleeding obvious for me. You know what I mean? We've got to be better. We're no shit, you know. If you're fucking losing 3-0, you can only go one other way. Oh, man. Good evening, Colin. Good evening, Tony Fuzzy, Jez and Anthony. Wonderful gentlemen. I said, don't be surprised if we lose and we are a shambles. Where are the points coming from the next 6 games? Sullivan, that dildo is to blame. And you, Colin, truer words have been spoken, my friend. Thank you, and you're not wrong. Mark was saying, with the squad, we have had to play 4-3-3. Ariola, Scholes, Agurd, Todibo, Wembazeka, Alvarez, Potts, Paqueta, Diouf, Bowen and Falkirk. That is probably our best lineup. Is the best lineup. I mean, I did say I'd love to have Keller in goal in there, but obviously he leaked 3 today.
Yeah. Not
But
too
that's-
bit dodgy as well.
Yeah. And I think it comes down to your defence, like everything else.
Yeah. I mean, the 3 goals was absolute class. I don't know if you've seen them, but they was absolute class.
I mean, the first goal especially. That's
weird that, but you know.
No, they were, mate. I mean, what I liked was when you think about it, the first goal especially. That's a striker's instincts, you know. If he comes with your left bollock and goes in the goal, who gives a shit, basically, you know. But to see the opportunity in the air and stick your foot out, and they had no chance. I mean, and then for the third goal, the Woods he scored. Now, like I said, that's what I said to you. That in itself, but. What did you feed the fella? Because I've seen him this burst of pace out of nowhere, and the fact he actually took it round the keeper and then placed it as well.
It was very. You know what? It's weird because when Woods did that against Newcastle, exactly the same thing. Anderson was on the Newcastle team, but this time Anderson made the pass to Woods, and Woods rounded the keeper and they put the ball in the net.
Yeah, brilliant goal.
Super.
Yeah, I like that.
And the Endoy one was absolutely amazing. The way Morgan Gibbs White put that cross in, and he just diving at it straight in that corner. Brilliant.
Now you talk about that particular player, how is your views towards this man now?
Which one? What, Morgan Gibbs White?
Mm.
I still got snaky vibes. 100% I've got snaky vibes, but he's playing in a Forest shirt. You know, I keep saying that basically, like, when he took him off, I said, right, Marianakis can move the snipers away now. You know? When he was trying to get him to sign the new contract, he knew about that. I don't care what anybody says. He knew about that because there was a medical set. So he knew about what was going on there. He's been paid now more than any Forest player has ever been paid. And if he can perform like he did today, he's in a Forest shirt. If you're in a Forest shirt and you perform, I have no issue with it. But there's still something in the back of my mind. As soon as something else comes up, as soon as something bigger comes up, you'll be gone. And the Wolves fans said it. So, yeah.
Loyalty these days from players is a little bit, suspect. You're just saying Yeti Cruz Campo is the way forward. I think you've had a
absolutely. Let me get sponsored by them. They need to sponsor me because I'm always drinking it. So.
Steve, yeah, good team, Mr. Blees. Why can't our manager see it? Yeah, this is the biggest problem.
But he's on the baby sham tonight.
Baby sham. Do you remember that? Baby sham. Chelsea next at home on Friday night. Another loss coming. It could be Aces. We'll see. Lawrence is saying good chat, Jersey legend. I'm worried as well. Michael saying the new keeper's too small. In my opinion, Ariella will stop 2 of them goals. Yeah, like he's answering it as the answer to what life is about. So it's not 42, is it? It's not the number 42.
If you ever go over and see God and God and you say, like, God, what's the meaning of life? He's going to go, Cruz Campo.
Cruz Campo. Cruz Campo, if you're watching, that Yeti channel can be found on Southgate coming early November. No, don't start off again, Pepsi. I had enough with these two. Either side of me, these two, doing exactly the same thing.
It'd be Big Sam. Big Sam.
I think he'd be better.
Well, I wouldn't say Big Sam, but I wouldn't have no problem with Big Ange.
Yeah,
Big Ange. Yeah, Big Ange could. Yeah. But I think Southgate, he most probably. I know we all didn't like him in that for England, and my opinions on it, Tim. But I tell you what, I think Southgate would do a better job than Potter.
Yeah, but if he's got that board behind him, it don't matter what manager you've got when you've got
exactly. Yeah, that's another thing.
You know what I mean?
No, it's true. Terence is saying, Tony, I don't recognise the London Stadium as our own, and I don't recognise what I saw as West Ham. No guts, no bottle, no pride. Yeah. Great shout, Terence. And again, old Baroness, I was going to call her Thatcher a minute ago, Brady, she was saying that, we've got a 67,000 seater stadium, and 35,000 of those are families and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, don't mean shit. You didn't mention, the fans, the support of the view, the visitors of London coming over as well, watching it.
They just have these right things to say that they think are the right things to say. Everybody who's a proper fan is just looking at what they say and going, "You're talking to bollocks. What are you talking?"
The other thing is, he was actually right on his predictions, because when he was actually doing his predictions for the All Premier League, he actually turned round to his cat Freddie, who is a black cat by the way, and said, West Ham or Sunderland? He said Sunderland. I'm a fucking black cat, ain't I? You're like, oh yeah, true. Well done, Freddie.
Oh man. Good evening to Neil Fitzhammer. I hope you're doing well, Neil. Getting beat by a newly promoted side is not unheard of, yet very true. Getting tanked by one tells its own story. Great shout.
Well, Sunderland's got Burnley next as well, haven't they?
Oh,
so they've got a good chance to actually sort of keep it going.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they will do myself. He's saying,
I think Leeds and Sunderland will stay up.
Well, we will say, I don't know about, we're unsure about Leeds.
Enjoy the Championship, Tony.
I could see the comment coming up from Michael Blees next, funny enough. But Neil's saying, will Brady and Sullivan feck off? It's all. It's going to, until it gets sorted. Great shout. But going what you just said there, Yeti, Michael's coming with this one. You may have to find a new team of co-hosts next year for the championship. Yes. It's been a pleasure working with you guys, but unfortunately...
Yeah.
I'll still invite you on, but I won't pay you as much as what I normally do. Well, I normally pay like £3.50, it'd be 25p.
Yeah. The good, the bad, the ugly, the bold, and the fuck up. That's what we're going to call it next. And you have Sullivan in the top corner. The picture.
I just one of them, the old Sullivan face mask for the old peephole eyes.
Yeah.
I hope you don't go there.
And if it carries on like it did yesterday, then basically it's going to be a long season. There's no two ways about it. And for any team, that's we don't want to be going down that road. Des says the way it's going, I can't see Potter lasting the season. I think that's going to be the thing. I mean, I like the fact. I think when Sunderland scored the third goal, it is the fact that the scoreboard was up there, and then also the camera just panned down, and there's Potter face just going. Yeah. It's like they just summed it up. No answer.
He's got to show what Potter is, though, isn't it? Because he did really good with Brighton, and then he went to Chelsea and he did everything.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So it shows you just like flashing the past.
I mean, when you look at that, we all know the Chelsea thing. He should have never gone in the first place. That was the worst mistake he ever made. Yeah. I mean, it aged him for one. And then when you look at Brighton, their business model and what they do, I think that's what helped him to be what he was, and that's why he kind of got. He's an up and coming manager, but the cracks are starting to show there. Usual saying, all hail Cruz Campo.
Absolutely.
Big up to Stone Island Geezer now. Ian Jets changing name, Stone Island Hammer here. Now new name, Stone Island Geezer. Hope you're well. We're doing very well. Hope you are as well. And like the new badge as well. As usual, does. Matt saying he'll get till at least the international break, he thinks. Dear me. Good words and pictures saying, like, the way we play, we don't deserve a place in the Premier. No worries, mate. In the Premier League. Hit the like, gents and ladies. Even to Stone, they're all saying hello to each other. And Colin, you've been saying this for a while now about 4-3-3 or 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1. They're the system we should be playing. It's very sad what's happening at our great club. Yeah.
Do you find that a better picture of Yeti? Do you reckon?
The old picture, yeah. Remember that one?
Yeah, that's a better picture than having actually him on the cam. Like, you know what I mean? Stick to that.
You're selling it in here, you wanker. You're selling it in the background. Yeah, Woods is quality. Yeah, there's no two ways about it.
He is quality Wood. I tell you what now, I think, what was it? Was it 20 goals he scored last season?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, 20,
it's
21
got to
goals.
Be that. Yeah, it's going to be the same performance with him. And I tell you what, the order, because that guy's 33, almost 34, and it seems like that guy getting older, the better Wood is. Yeah. He wasn't that great when he was younger, but he's doing it now, and it's a shame he's coming towards the end of his career. But I think he will carry on.
He'll probably get to about 70 years of age, and he'll be better than Nessie in his prime.
Well, that's true.
Averaging about 60 league goals a season.
Yeah, and then he has signed for West Ham just to bring that fucking age bracket down. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just.
Well, I don't know. As Neil says here, look forward. What's one of them? Yeah, we forgot one. It's been a while now. Michael Chelsea saying, "Big up you, Hutchinson and McAtee. You're beefing up that squad, mate." Yeah. Yeah, T, good man. Yes, of course. The Canadians, I think West Ham won yesterday. They're all like ego. Joan, good evening to yourself. Hope you're keeping well. Good to see you. Oh, bloody hell, Matt. Imagine this. Sterling and Josh Brown who ain't going to save us. And Colin saying hello to everyone. Everyone's saying hello. Let's talk about Friday's game. What did you make of Liverpool and the Bournemouth game?
I thought it was a good game. I felt sorry for Bournemouth, but I mean, to be honest with you, you look at that Liverpool team. I think they're going to take. I think they're going to take some stopping, and also like yesterday as well. You look at Man City's game, and I think it was Haaland's goal. You know, that chip in the mid from the Dutch player when he chipped out wide to actually create Haaland's goal when it was crossed in. And I tell you what, I think Man City is going to be up there as well. They're going to be contenders as well. Some people say they're not, and some people predicted them to be third. But I'm just going on today's game, and I know it's way early in the season. But when you look at that, it's going to be at Liverpool and Man City, and I do really think Arsenal's going to finish third and Chelsea. I'll be honest with you. I thought Palace was robbed today within that Eze free kick he scored, and they said there was a tussle in the wall or something. What? Bollocks.
No, because obviously the rule was with free kicks, you can't stand in the wall with the opposition. So you can stand. You have to be a metre away from them. That was the rule from last season.
Yeah,
because of the fact that we understand. It's obviously kind of trying to give a fair and decisive kind of decision, but when you look at something like that, and you've got Gay kind of pushing the player into it, it's a no-brainer. Great free kick, can't deny that, but just the fact of, and these are Prem players, these are supposed to be pro players, so they should know the rules like the back of their hands.
They should do, yeah. But it's going to be a loss to Palace if Eze does leave. That's going to be a major loss to them.
The thing is, that thing with Gay today, we all know the way that it works. There's going to be another instance of that, and it's not going to be cool.
Yes, you're
that's the way it always goes, then.
You're spot on. Yeah, and that's the thing is, if I can say the word, the inconsistencies. I mean, fun enough, following on to what you just said there, Michael Blease says, has anyone seen a ref implement the 8-second rule yet?
I think he did it against the goalkeeper. Was it the Man City Wolves game? I think he did it against goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was 10 seconds. He had it for, and it wasn't 8. But
he did Arsenal for it as well when they had that throw in. It was taking that time. Timber got a yellow card.
Well, if you look what players are doing, outfield players are doing now, when the goalkeeper's got the ball, they are literally on top of them. They're supposed to give them, 3 meters distance.
Oh, that's got to come into it as well.
In the Arsenal game, I think the Arsenal Man United game, I think one of them got booked in the end for it. I mean, the referee today in your game, Fuzzy, he was quite lenient.
I thought he was brilliant.
I think it's the opening game of the season. There's some fairness going on. But
I thought he was brilliant. I mean, any dive, he just wasn't having it. He was just like, carry on playing, and always that Saka was throwing himself to the floor all the time, as he always does. Yeah. And he wasn't getting any of it. The ref just wasn't having it. Just carry on playing.
I see your play, your defender. What's his name? Begins with the M. The M.
Milenkovic.
Yes, when he threw himself down to the ground. When he threw himself down to the ground.
There was one point where, I mean, I'll always call it, whether it's my team or whether it's yours, but there was 1 or 2 instances where we just throw ourselves to the ground.
But it was just seeing him, but also like that 5-second delay, and then on the floor, then looks around. Not giving it.
Not something that I like, mate. I want to see it go out of the game.
No, unfortunately, there was a lot of that last season, so we're going to see more shit house, as we say. Big up Ravi, big up to the lads, smash and like the swab and subscribe, and don't forget to get his channel and obviously Hot Fuzzies as well. Jacques ran Sunderland text yesterday. Proved what a player he is. He was definitely a captain yesterday. He was definitely a captain.
That's
big up to Kevin
as well.
Probably had Arsenal in mind. That's what.
Yeah,
that's true.
I tell you what, that is one game when we play Sunderland. That is one game you're going to see. He's going to be covering a lot of air on that pitch because he'll turn around and say, "Right, I want these. I'll get rid of." He'll do some Shaka things on that pitch. Don't you worry about that. And
I think what he'll do is he'll take one of your guys' shirts, he'll fucking throw it on the floor, and then he'll tread on.
He most probably will.
And then he'll go like that to your face.
Ravi's saying, why leave Sesko on the bench? Should have started to mop up them crosses and have Cunha in the number 10. I mean, what did you make of that, Fuzzy? Do you think it was the right call?
No. Like your front three could have been Mbeumo and Cunha, both of them playing fantastic. Both of them played really, really well. I think Mason Mount was just running around, doing a lot of nothing.
He had moments. I'd say.
Yeah, but it's the Premier League. If you're going to have a team that's playing a better style of football, it's got to look a bit more systematic rather than, oh well, I had a good few minutes here and there. I think with Mason Mount, the fact that people are saying, oh, it's his best performance in a Man United shirt. I mean, the guy's been here what? How many years?
65 years, isn't it?
65 years.
Feels like it. But yeah, no, I think starting 11 needed. I mean, we had Xerxes on the bench as well, so Xerxes would have had minutes as a substitution player. So Sesko doesn't play the full 90 minutes, as that would be his first game.
Sesko should have started, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he should have started. We've got Cunha on the left and Burma on the right. Hamad, when he came on individually, had a good individual performance, and I think with him in the team, it's going to cause some serious problems for fullbacks, left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Dorgu, I thought was pretty good. He was unlucky with his shot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
wrong side of the post from distance. He's at 20 years of age, very high work rate. I think he could turn into a solid fullback, wing back type
You
player.
think you should have gone Agate from the start instead of Casemiro?
No, I thought Casemiro was the best player out of the two positions in the midfield. But Bruno was an absolute shambles, and Agate, when he came on, every touch was an Arsenal touch. It's like he forgot that the sleeve colour was red, not white. So, yeah, he definitely had an absolute stinker. And the goalkeeper is the decisive difference between Arsenal 1, Man United.
Yeah, I
and
said that right
a
from
0-0.
the start. As soon as I saw Brian there. Why was it not Tom Eaton? Because he was at these goals in most of your friendlies, and he was doing really good stuff as well. You need to have the experience to punch that out instead of go, have an assist. Have an assist, basically.
Yeah.
Mind you saying that is also poor defending as well, because you've got to think a basic thing you're taught is like, have your fullbacks on the post at least. The fact that Calafiori had that room to just nod it in, virtually on the line itself. But you could have also questioned, was there a pull, was there a shove, from the Arsenal guys? There was a little bit of that as well.
Do you think Arsenal would score if it weren't for that? So I don't.
Nah, they'll still be out there now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They'll still be out there now.
It was absolutely terrible, but they won, and that's all that counts, isn't it?
The worst thing was watching the fact that they've done a new style set piece where they all sit on the edge of the 18-yard box. Two of them go in, then followed by some others afterwards, and just a case of like, the ball gets delivered in, and as you said, gift them with a punch.
Yeah.
Simple.
Well, it's the same happened with Red, didn't it?
Yes.
Bruno Fernandes had the free kick, and he put it straight towards goal, and Brea came out and punched it. Instead of like going, ugh.
Yeah,
it's true.
But
man, you've got to get Donnarumma or something. You've got to get.
He's City banned, isn't he? He's already disagreed. Man City.
Maybe just Lamans.
Where he's going?
Man City, Donnarumma.
So what about James Trafford then?
Exactly. So you sign James Trafford. So does that tell you that Edison's on the way out? That could be the case.
Yeah, I think he is gone. Yeah.
That could be the case. So, yeah. Mandy, good evening to yourself. The worst thing we could have done with our owner was to have a good pre-season. Yes, this is true. Thank you, Des, as well. Ace Saliba's mind is only on Madrid's transfer sooner rather than later. That could still be the case, isn't it? Yeah, that could be the case.
The thing is,
yeah.
it's only the first game of the season, so nobody needs to get like too carried away or anything.
No, we're getting relegated. That's it. We're finished. Burn the London Stadium down to the ground.
I should have said then, aside from West Ham.
Yeah. Yes. Correct yourself, please.
Tony, you need another striker, right? Hoyland
Yes.
was excluded from the games matchday squad today.
Yes, see that?
He's available. You can sign him tomorrow, and he'd be a younger player for you.
But we haven't got to put the piss in, unfortunately. That's the problem. We've got to sell before we can buy.
Weird, isn't it?
That's the thing they're saying. Even though we made 50 odd million on Kudos, but we haven't got to put the piss in. Terence saying, Jez, is Saka going to be the next Michael Owen? Overplayed while still nursing injuries. Yes, he's already been done that. It's already been proven that has. That was happening 2 seasons ago, Terence.
Yeah.
As always, Brendan used to look at the music. I was looking for the song. I had a date with a pretty ballerina in it. Not the Left Bank original. Took ages to find it. Sugarless by Caviar. Very good. Saying Sterling couldn't light a firework.
Yeah. He's just a money man, he is. He's just
Yeah.
a money man.
Of course, he's just kind of he'll try and get as much money as he can before he retires.
Yeah.
Big up to the legend, which is Kyle Rossi. What's the crack?
Big up, Carl.
Big up, Carl.
Oh,
Hope you're doing well, matey. Usual's coming in with the odds. West Ham 15-4, Chelsea 7-10, and the draw is 29-10. Bloody hell. Not good. Matt saying Potter needs to admit he got it wrong yesterday. If he plays the same team on Friday, saying, "Oh, they deserve the chance to put it right," oh, phew. Yeah. Managers have got to kind of be a bit more realistic in what they do. They're accountable as well, not just the players. Definitely. West Ham should be 10-1 usual. 10-1. Yes, Brady is Sullivan's mouthpiece. We know that. We could be heading the same way as Birmingham. I think this is the thing, Michael. For me, I mean, if he is looking at, they're saying no, they're not going to sell up, but every man's got their price. And if someone does come in, then hopefully it is the case of what he's doing, like he did at Birmingham. He literally asset stripped it, took what he could, and then bloody run. And maybe that's what's happened at West Ham. If it is, could be a small grace. That means we're getting rid of the little shitbag. But other than that, yeah,
it's soul destroying, though, isn't it? I think a lot of people don't realise just how soul destroying it is to see a team like come up into the Premier League and just beat you 3-0. It is absolutely soul destroying. And as soon as I saw that game and I was looking for E20's stream because I knew he was going to be going absolutely fucking. I didn't find it. I don't know whether he did one or not, but
you're fuming yesterday, that's for sure.
It is soul destroying. I think a lot of people don't realise that. And teams like West Ham, I've always been a big advocate for wanting teams to be in the big league that was used to be in there. Like First Division, the Coventrys, the Norwich, West Ham. You know what I mean? I've always been a big advocate for that. So if West Ham go down, that would be a sad, sad day. But it's only one game. So
the thing is, apparently the remit that has been put to Potter is to keep us in the Prem, because it'll be the 15th year we'll be in the Prem. That's apparently the remit. So that in itself just tells you that's the ambition that this board's got.
You should want more than that,
shouldn't
you?
Yeah, I agree.
Any team should want more than that. And I think on to Man United, I think you're going to have a good season. I think
they will. Yeah, totally agree on that.
I think get us another midfielder. So, like for instance, this Sporting midfielder, this Hjulmand guy, who has got an Arsenal tattoo on his shoulder. Make him come to Man United and start sticking Arsenal at the Emirates. I would love that. Get us
You've
that.
been trying to get Belieber as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I think it's one of those where it's a dream signing, like Belieber, Wharton, or any of those other big names. And I can appreciate Man United looking at going for those targets and testing the club results by saying, what is your stance on this? And we can discuss a deal with you with this player. Even though the club's like, oh, well, it's not. people will say, "Oh, market opportunities." I think Man United have tested a couple of times for players that are not the market opportunities to make an opportunity. So I think it's definitely a bit more of a bit more
Well, yeah, I
target
mean,
and ambition.
the club's flooding, but they keep bringing players.
Yeah, Well,
It might be Shamu in Shamu the killer whale.
I think Jimbo will Sir Jimbo will probably look at this and go, "Fuck's sake, I do need another player. Let me sack another 100 members of staff, and we'll be able to sign him." There you go. But yeah, get us a midfielder and a goalkeeper that actually saves shots. And that's his specialty.
What's your thoughts on our owner? Because everybody has to go at our owner, but you know what? He is 100% Forest.
He's a bit like a pit bull.
Mm.
He's
a big pit bull.
Yeah.
I think for me, you know, the way I see it is like this. He is the English version of Barry Fry.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good.
It's one of those. He'll say as it is, and he'll do it as it is. My way or no way, you know.
Absolutely.
And hell and high water will be the consequence, and I'll just soldier through.
And any one of you would want an owner like that, wouldn't you?
I mean, when you look at something like
that's just the Glazers.
Sullivan, the Glazers, and Marion Acker. So let's see now. Yeah, we'll keep our one. No, when you look at something like that, going back to what you said about obviously, like, you know, we got relegated and try and get back in there. That's why I look at Forest for what he did for your club to get you up there with Steve Cooper. That in itself is a great accomplishment, and to keep doing it and improving year on year. Because when you think that first season, we knew, you know, Nuno could have gone. We stuck with him. Last season, we saw massive improvement. And I think, for your point of view, what is good to see is the fact of you're starting how you finished.
Yeah,
you know, there was that little dip, and then also you saw a little bit of that little final trying to get something out of it, but it just wasn't enough. But then you start off with a game like this. You got an owner there, and what I liked about today was the camera panned on him, and he just standing there with a t-shirt on, like, you know,
like a $10 t-shirt.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't need to wear a suit or anything and look who I am, kind of thing. You know, fuck it, I just got to be who I am. I love that.
I love it. I love him, bro. I absolutely love it. He's like he knows what Forest is all about. He keeps it like a family thing as well. The price is not as massive as what it is for everybody else. I mean, the will rise eventually, obviously,
of course.
And we keep signing players because I've had so many people say to me, you need to start signing the big money players and all that lot to get anywhere. And I've been like, I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. I want the players that come here and want to prove something, not players that have already proved something and think they're just going to come here and do the same.
Because you do the other way, then all that does is fragment the team what you've built up. They want to be
exactly. You get a big time Charlie who's in there, and it just breaks the dressing room completely.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't need players like that.
I want to keep doing it the way we're doing it.
It's a good model to be. You know, you're saying you love your owner just like we love ours. Like as Matt says, how do we improve with Sullivan and Brady running things? The only thing for me on that one, Matt, is let's see what balls Kretinsky's got. You know, will he invest in this club? Because at the moment he's not showing any interest on that. And if he is going to, and that he's got to do it sooner rather than later, or if he's going to go, he'll want to better his money that he's already invested into the club. We're still trying to wait to find out what's going on with this American or supposedly American takeover, because that's just died a death. But
Matt, one thing I'll say to you is I offer like an Hitman service, 2,000 to like get people. So yeah, if you want to pay me, then bro,
I'll. Yes, usually this is the thing. I mean, the Golds, they're looking to probably sell their 27% share because Yeah, and Summers. Since Jackie's gone, the daughter's not managed it well, and it's on the verge of bankruptcy. So they will probably sell their shares in West Ham.
Well, you're getting fucked, so it's definitely adult entertainment, isn't it?
This is true. Cole saying there's a clash there. Berta, Arteta, Berta is the implant for a better day once this pube head wank has gone. Yes. Sooner rather than later, hopefully, Cole, for you guys, because the delusion is still there with that man.
You know what? Just before you carry on, I actually think that Arteta is using it to make a point. I think you've got Gyökeres in there that Berta's sorted out and signed up and stuff. There was no distribution to him whatsoever today. But as soon as Havertz comes on, he's getting the ball all the time. And I think he's trying to make a point of saying, look, I had it right. What you're doing now is wrong. And that just makes him a massive bellend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we know he's got an ego, but he's got to realise that, as we all know, managers are only there for a set period of time.
Yeah.
And I think this season, as I think we all know, if he doesn't get it right, he'll be the one that's going to out the door.
I think he goes this season. I've got a feeling he goes this season.
I think he knows that as well. I think he knows that as well. If he doesn't get it right, then his days are to be numbered. And I think we'll see a few Arsenal channels having parties that day.
And it won't take long before Gyökeres kicks off, being taken off and all that kind of stuff.
Saint already said, yeah, I said it before, when you think what he did to get this move in the first place to Arsenal, if it all goes wrong, he'll throw his toys at the Prem in no time.
Yeah.
Even welcome back in again, Jez. We've said about the disallowed goal there for Daz. Daz is asking Chelsea, how many goals do you think we will let in? If Chelsea get it right, Daz, I think we're letting again another 3 goals. Usually saying whatever they sell, you can buy online for a fraction of the price. It's that cheap tap from China. Hermanson was like a rabbit in the headlights. Thank you there. Yeah, look, same thing, a minimum of 3. Cole saying, though, modern football is atrocious across the board. We're scraping the barrel, attaching world-class status on players that don't deserve it. That's a great show. I mean, I think, I don't know if you're all in agreement and the people in the panel, hopefully we don't see the same dross football like we did last season. Surely it's got to be better.
Oh, it's like I've been saying, right? It's like you look at football now, right? Back in the day, the Ezes wouldn't have been a special player. The Ezes would have just been doing what you expect players to do. But the way they play now, and one player goes out of the formation and does something special, we see him as a special player. But back in the day, they would have just been a run-of-the-mill player that does exactly the same as everybody else does.
True. This is very true. Big up to Calcio with Rhino AZ. What's happening, guys? I saw the Arsenal game. Not bad, he's saying. Big up to yourself. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, it wasn't it was, as Jess says, wasn't exactly a great game. I think what was good to see was the Cunhas and Mbembo for Man United. They did look good. He made Mbembo. That's what I'm going to call him. That Mbembo, because all it reminds me of is Umbungo. That's all I can think of in my head for some reason. So it rhymes. But he made a difference because his runs at the Arsenal defence, they were rattled. Michael Blees saying it's true what Rashford said. Every time you change a manager, you're in transition. Each one wants their own players, and each manager does. Yep.
Each manager wants their own players, including me, except the fuck around with them.
Yeah, well, that's not the way it used to be, though. Managers used to get players in and make them into the players that they wanted them to be.
True, absolutely.
Now it's just you've got this style, and you want those players to fit into your style.
Because everyone's so tactic based.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't know, mate. They wouldn't know. People talk tactics, they wouldn't know a game of dominoes, and that's Brian Clough. So
Wouldn't win a game of Jenga.
When a game of noughts and crosses.
It's like Stevie Wonder playing a game of charades.
We've said starting on a couple of training sessions. You can make him match ready. Good evening to Dax the Ripper as well. Big up Budgie. Chin up, Tom.
Big up,
We're only
Budgie,
3
mate.
points from the top of the league.
Love Budgie, mate. Love.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah, Carol, very dull Super Sunday today, more like. Going back on Friday's game, though, the thing that stood out for me was how Liverpool, all that money they've spent, but at the back, bloody hell, did they look ropey.
Konate needs a centre back to bail him out, but
Oh,
Van
yeah.
Dijk is he's running down now.
Yeah, I think so. I think this guy from Chelsea and that, I think they'll be pushing that one through in the next couple of days. I think that's going to be definite one there.
Well, they recently bought some. Was it Palermo, 18-year-old centre back as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just recently acquired somebody, and they've spent about €30 million roughly.
On the kid
Yeah.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't cheap.
Do you know the one thing I'd say about Liverpool, though, is when I was doing the watch on, I said that, they're going defensive now. This makes no sense because that tells the other team that we beat you, we don't need to bother about you anymore. But they still managed to pull it off, you know. And Semenyo was absolute class. Absolute class.
Yeah, agree on that. Good evening, Steve. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Evening all. What have I missed? Not much, mate. You know, one team doing very well in Forest, the other two doing okay, and us doing shite as always, you know. I think Brenner will be signed this week. Yeah, I mean, that's another cheap one we're going to get from Burnley. Hardly spent any money. But yeah, the Liverpool, I mean, Bournemouth, I think they'll be okay. I mean, what was the other games on Saturday? What did we have on Saturday? Yeah, Villa Newcastle, that was a 0-0 game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that looked boring as all.
I watched that one, and I think all Newcastle didn't have is that finisher. If they had that finisher, then they would have been able to win that game. But obviously, with Isaac playing the twat like he is doing, they got that. So.
Yeah. Stone Island Geezer saying, will Alvarez be gone this week, apparently? And also, Brownhill has bought a house in Essex. Is it a sign? It could be, because apparently Isaac has sold up his house up at Newcastle as well. So that's going to be interesting. You imagine if they do get Isaac, do you think that kind of puts the nail in the coffin for the Premier League?
Game over, mate. Game over.
Yeah, not good. I mean, what have they spent over now? 300 million, Liverpool?
Ekitike, he looks phenomenal.
Got a fair bit of potential to him. Can do what. I think it's a similar background to what Isak had, because coming from Real Sociedad, he's a very heavily appreciated player at a younger age. Makes a move to a club that can level him up. So if you're a brighter prospect at a club like an Eintracht Frankfurt, Liverpool would be that club to level you up. So same reason that Liverpool want Isak. That's after the process that perhaps Ekitike can undergo. So
True.
Yeah. Look, Matt's saying someone's saying Deitch, someone's saying Steve Cooper incoming early November. There you go, Mark saying big Deitchy. My God, yeah.
Why? Have we sacked him? Have we?
Yeah.
He gone.
Ask Anthony when he comes back in again. You know, he's still behind on the times. Big up AK.
Fuck off. Cooper's not sacked, is he?
He's still. Big up to Lawrence as well. He just posted me some barbecuing, because obviously that's the best way to kind of get over the Hammers blues. That food looks quite nice, mate. How about stop buying managers and start buying some players? Yes, this is really true. Big Ange for me, 100%, but I want Potter to do well. It must be hard with a ball, as we know. It's hard being a fan with a ball that lies. Yeah. That's one last thing. Potter out, Budgie. It's Budgie. I'm in. Big up to Tony Neri as well. Evening all. Hope you're doing well, Tony.
Mate.
Yeah, big old Slav back. That would be a nice one. For the Arsenal boys, what do we think about Spurs? Are they going to do well?
Shit. What do we think? Oh shit. No.
I think they might do well, actually. I really do. I mean, you look at it, Thomas the Frank engine. I think he's going places. I do. I think, and to be honest with you, team, the player you sold to him, kudos. He had a brilliant game yesterday. Brilliant game, and I think with the players that look at this now. If they get Eze, which is more likely they would, which would piss us Arsenal fans off, but it is 99% going to fucking happen anyway, right? That what are they going to be like? You're talking at least. Well, I got Newcastle down as fifth. Could he turn that around and get him into? Well, obviously they're playing Champions League in that, but in the league, can they reach a top 6 this season? Knowing how they finished last season in the league.
I think you've got to beware of Spurs, because I think now they've got Thomas Frank. He's a cracking manager. I have nothing but respect for the way he sets up his team, and he's actually give Spurs something I've said they've been missing, and that's grit. He's actually given them the grit now, and he's got Richarlison scoring as well, which is
a miracle in itself.
But
the thing on that as well, is they've also backed this manager. You know, whereas some bigger managers than Frank have come in and they have been given bugger all basically. So that says something in itself as well. Steve, we're covering that tomorrow night. I'll be doing a show tomorrow night at 6:00 covering the Brady thing and my reaction on Saturday's game as well. So if you're around, Steve, look forward to seeing you there. Lawrence, as always, loves old Michael. Who let him in here? He loves Michael.
Michael's fucking star.
Yeah, he's good. What is 1988? He's gone there. I see Lawrence the wrong in his ear as well. Love the battle between these two. Michael. Matskis, 1988 is the year West Ham were good. Budgie saying, did I hear my name? Of course you do, Budgie. You know.
Yeah, mate. It was Just Eat delivering to your Bradford.
Yeah. Who remembers that? The game for tomorrow night, yes, Leeds Everton 6-4 for Leeds, Everton 7-4 the draw, 21-10.
Bloody hell.
And everyone's saying like a Budgie.
Big up, Budgie.
Yeah, big up.
Budgie. He's also as well. It's the Canary evening, Mr. Green, you know, Budgie.
Big up, Budgie. Loving the way your life's going, bro. Mega happy for you, matey.
Yeah. Kim come over a couple of weeks back, so he's really had a good time. Michael Chelsea said, Lawrence, trust
under the thumb now. So
oh, yeah. What's Michael Chelsea saying? Lawrence, trust the David Sullivan process. Enjoying the EFL, mate, with the jellyfish in Canada. They'll see it as a big league. You know. As always, thanks for the Will Morton guys and girls. And obviously, Budgie did a great show on Thursday with him and Jeff covering the West Ham review because I had to work. So thanks for doing that as always. Michael, thank you for reminding me why I hate you. Lawrence, have you got no ice hockey this weekend, mate? Jesus Christ, it's going, isn't it? Budgie's it
Why did Budgie get his girlfriend then, too? I think somebody told me he was actually dressed up, and he told her that he was the man in the milk tray adverts. Is that true?
It's true. Yes.
He had his black outfit on. Do you remember that?
Oh mate. Brother saying, Budgie, is it true that after yesterday you had a sleepless night because we missed out on Ramsdale? Jesus. Lawrence saying, Tony, you need to send me one of those mugs. I've sent you more money than my US taxes. Yes, indeed, Lawrence. I'll get one organised for you.
Are you talking to Michael? So you've already got one.
There you go. Got the Hammers Football TV mug there with on the back of it. Hold up. It's only Hammers Football TV, you mug. There you go, Lawrence. I'll send it over. Get one to you, mate. I need your address, Lawrence. I'll send that on the usual channel. Brendan, you bloody tease. Brendan saying, Todd giving it large with product placement. No idea what you're on about, Brendan. No idea whatsoever. Pucker mug, love it. Cheap as well. Not bad, actually. Holds up pretty well, the print. Not like the last one I bought. Glasner saying Eze's release clause is expired and he's expecting it to stay. Be interesting. Lawrence is saying Michael from Chelsea, the only one that wears a winter hat when it's a summer. Suspect, dude. Suspect. Good evening to the assembled. Evening, everyone.
We assemble.
Matt says that's Yeti, not Chip Michael from Chelsea, Lawrence. Of course, glad you're watching my streams, mate. Yes, doing some good streams on Rumble. Talking to Michael in the chat, Matt. He's always a winter out on. Call him Benny, don't we? Unless you've grown your ear. No, he's not grown his ear. Matt saying Dorgu looked decent, whereas he says Agati was nonsense.
Yeah. The guy, yeah, he did look great.
Osman's oil at the West Ham. For Arsenal boys, do you see any improvement in the next couple of games? I mean, we said what you've got coming up. You've got some hard games coming up. What does this manager do to get the fans? Because I think there's obviously a bit of seeing some of the fan channels afterwards. A lot of them were kind of moaning about obviously the way you were set up and the way you played. Anthony, I'll start with you, mate. What do you think?
I don't know, Tom. It's an hard one. We have got a hard run coming up. Obviously, that leaves us with Man City, Liverpool, and Newcastle. I think Forest is in there as well in that equation in the first six. But look, it is what it is. I feel he hasn't got to make stupid substitutions. I didn't get the Declan Rice from Mourinho today. That was a bit of a weird one for me. But look, it is. I don't think that the players we've got. I don't think we're suitable for the 4-3-3 formation. I think that formation's been and gone now for us. We got to try something different this season, and obviously for the better. I think go back to the 4-2-3-1, double pivot with Declan Rice and Zubamendi. I think that would work lovely in front of the defence. So, is that there? Be honest with you, Tom, the transfer window is still open, and I think Jez would most probably agree with me on this one. We need someone out on that left-hand side. That is so weak with Trossard and Martinelli there. I don't think Trossard. I don't think Martinelli was that great today. You got to put Odegaard in that equation as well. I don't think Odegaard was great today. So obviously something's got to change there. But if he can change it and we can play well, then I'm fine with that. I still think we're a couple of players short for winning the league. So that's my view, my opinion on it.
I think it's time to mix it up and go to 4-4-2.
Yeah, or that, yeah.
You know what I mean? Go back to the old. Look, this manager sticks to the same old. Mix it up, change it now. We get swamped in midfield, which is our biggest failing. On the right day, our defence is very good. If you had four in midfield, right, the opposition have got to get through that four, and then they've got to get through the four at the back.
Yeah,
I don't think the way this guy plays, that 4-3-3 works.
No,
I don't think it does work,
No.
and it leaves us open at times. With better midfielders than we've got, they just slice through us, and it was proven. I mean, come on, last year against Forest, they caused us all kinds of dramas.
Yeah.
All right, we got away with it, but not good enough.
No.
So
We need to start the campaign, Jez. Make 4-4-2 great again. You know, I want to see
it's
that.
always a great formation. Wenger liked it.
Mhm.
Worked for him. So
He had it for quite
it worked
a
for him.
long time as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
So
this is true.
worked for
This
him.
is true.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
I just want to see back in the day where two teams just go head to head and whoever's the better one wins. You know, instead of this passing backwards, fucking sideways and stuff. And we do it a lot as well, but it's like, you know, I just want to see it go back to like 2 teams of 11 just wanting to win and not being afraid to lose and just going for it. That's what I want to see with football.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, man. It's too much
Yeah,
money.
that's the truth of it. I agree on that.
No.
Before I say hello to Lee Statham TV and that, I hope you're doing well, Lee and the family. Rest in peace to Terence Stamp, or General Zod as we know him.
Yeah, Superman 2.
Yes.
Yeah. 87, I think he was too.
87 and born in the same area that I was. So big up to Terence Stamp. And
We've lost some legends this year, haven't we?
Mm.
Ozzy Osbourne, Terence Stamp, fucking. It's so many like legends. That we've lost.
Ozzy Osbourne, yeah.
yeah, very much so. Jez, you still with us, or you got to go, mate?
I've got to bounce, buddy. Sorry I had to jump out, but I've come back. But I have now got to bounce out.
No worries, mate. Jez, it's been a pleasure as always. Thanks for being
Big
on.
up, Jess.
Big love to Barbara, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Good, bro.
yeah, 100% on
boys.
that.
Thank you, boys. We'll get the results tomorrow. Hopefully, it'll all be good. And take care, everyone. Much enjoyed and much love. See you, boys, later. All right.
Take it easy, Jez. Thanks again, mate. Take care.
Yes.
He finished it to Vinny. He had the things to go, and he's there. Big up to Hendon Gooner. Good evening, Tony Hammers Football TV. Fuzzy Jez getting all in the chat. Yes, mate, he is on a tightrope. There's no two ways about that. Michael Blees saying JWP won't get a statue when he retires. We see one every game. Yeah, he wasn't great.
Who would you go for if Potter got sacked?
Currently, mate.
Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, Gareth Southgate. Here he goes.
Yeah.
Big Ange. He's going to see Big Ange.
This is the thing. I mean, obviously, people mention Big Ange. Big Ange wouldn't be a bad shout. He'll do something, but there's not really much out there when you think about it. Do we go back to someone? I mean, like, you know, Slaven Bilic wasn't exactly given a chance, really. In that respect.
Rooney.
Rooney.
You know, he might as well. West Ham might as well. That what's it? Will Stone Warwick. You've got no fans. You've got no, get him in.
No, that's like we'll get Rodney instead. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe have you seen that Birmingham City thing on Amazon?
Yes.
Oh, mate, if you're taking over a club, and this is what an issue I have with like American owners taking over clubs, they was already winning. They was already doing well. They was in 4th place. And then they went, oh, we've got to change everything. That bloke with a bald head is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And he just like turned around and went, oh, we've got to change it all the way back. So they got rid of Eustace and they bought in Rooney. And they ended up getting relegated.
That's a bit harsh, yet on top. Jesus.
But no, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, like,
I can't remember his name. So I just but to be fair, everyone with the bald head is stupid. So.
Yeah, well, there's no sense, no feeling, as they say.
Grass don't grow on a busy street, mate. Grass don't grow on a busy street.
Grows in your ass, though. But other than that, that's about it.
It's like a rug, is it?
You need to see a doctor for that, bro. I mean, you need to see a doctor. Grass is growing on your ass.
Yeah, you sit too down for too long. Usual saying, the question is, I'd ask to Brady, is back door or front door? And funny you saying about Birmingham, obviously it's Tom Brady that's invested into Birmingham, isn't he? So he knows his shit.
Yeah.
I'd take either side.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that with you. Yeah, it's mainly the back, isn't it?
Michael saying, did you hear the audio of the Geordies chanting what they thought of Isaac? He can't play for them again. Don't know. Did you hear what they said? I'll have to have a listen to that.
No.
No, I have to have a listen to that. What they said. Let us know though, Michael. It'll be interesting to know. Terence says, "Got to leave you taking Toby for a Spurs. If it carries on, I may have to call it an Hammers." Donna Cullen says, "Good evening, Donna. I could tell you about Tottenham.
Oh, here she is. Ready for us?
How's the unemployment line?
How's the relationship going with us?
Oh, you should have seen it. Oh, it was brilliant. She was actually in Wolfie's channel earlier when he was doing the watch-along, the Chelsea watch-along, and all it was buzz, 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 buzz. And I was like, blimey.
Force, you could do worse. Just get drunk. Just get drunk, and I'm sure you'd be able to do that.
Mate, it's Mr. Donna Cullen. I think we're all forgetting this.
Michael Blease is saying Thomas Frank puts round pegs in round holes. It's not rocket science. Kudus will be their star boy for one season. Yeah, throw the toys out the pram in no time.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
Just ask her first if
if there's there on the pitch, you can play.
Yeah. Just ask her, Fuzz, if she's had a sat backing crack. That's all. Let's get rid of this.
Michael Chelsea's thrown at you now, Anthony. Tractor, this is the season when Bristol Rovers will get relegated from the Football League. Come Tuesday, you'll get another defeat, mate.
Thank God for that. I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they get out of the Football League and sod their precious Irene as well.
You've got Derby next, haven't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a good game. It'd be good. We started off really well. Couldn't believe it. We beat Sheffield United 4-1, open day of the season.
If you don't beat them, then I'm fucking cancelling your friendship, cancelling everything. I ain't talking to you.
Terence says, and we can make it a rule in your show that no one is allowed to mention Kudos the Judas. But, yeah. Michael Chills saying Mr. Donna Cullen is in the building for Fuzzy.
Yeah.
Big up to AFC always. That was so difficult to watch. Absolutely dreadful from Arsenal. Martinelli was born on the border. Still this scrub now. Yeah, he didn't look good at all. Steve Cook says he has a strange craving for a hairy kebabber.
Oh, God. Oh. Harry Kebab.
What about a 550?
Fucking like, on there. Can people stop going on about this?
Show us your teeth, Fuzz. You haven't had that kebab, have you? Show us your teeth. Give us a smile.
No, I had fajitas.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
I don't go near kebabs.
Oh, good. At least you don't need the floss.
Is that what we call them now? Fajitas.
Yeah, because they get trimmed these days. They're not hairy kebabbers anymore.
I thought it was pussy, but we can call them fajitas, I suppose.
That's an old word. We don't use that word anymore, Yeti. Don't you?
No, sorry, I did 2025.
Mark was saying, what about a 5-0 with a false number 9? Yeah, for us that'd be ideal. Michael Chelsea saying, Fuzzy, when is your channel coming back?
That's back right now.
His channel's always there.
Yeah, I'm still there.
What you should say there, Fuzz, is say my channel's still on YouTube, where you are not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
God.
I'm only messing around, me and Mike.
God.
Good evening to Nick Blackmore. That's on Ozzy's channel. He says United are a good keeper and a midfielder from being right up there. Should have won, but that's how footy goes. Sometimes frustrating to lose from a keeper error yet again. Hashtag go get the keeper, for fuck's sake. Absolutely. AFC always says Man United caused us problems on the counter attack. Imagine having Liverpool, Man City, and even Forest doing that. It's game over.
Yep.
Good shout. Lawrence is saying, Michael, back, young lady. I was calling on the doctor to see if they can help you with that big ass skull you have. They said they can help. These two love them. Yes, Mr. Michael Chelsea, I'm here for Mr. Fuzzy's beautiful, innocent eyes.
Oh, bless.
Trust me, I've been on the internet. These eyes are not innocent.
Yeah, I mean, I've known him a while. He ain't innocent.
Yeah, we've heard him swear like a trooper as well. Michael Chills says, I see prickly Laurie Watkins is back. The Bournemouth fella and the Fulham manager, perhaps. Yeah, Iriola, that's a good shout, Brendan. I'll take him. And if you look at the Fulham manager, there's a possibility he might walk out on him like he normally does because he's not happy with how the club's doing business at the moment.
No.
I don't rate him a lot.
He's one because he's one of those, and he usually stays with a club for a couple of seasons and he moves on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the Bournemouth manager, Iriola, yeah, that's a good shout.
Absolutely a good shout.
Michael Blease, yeah, bring Michael Carrick back as a manager. That won't be a bad shout.
Is he ready yet? To be honest, I mean, he's been
Well, if you look at it, we've had Avram Grant, mate. We've had him. We've had Pellegrini.
What about Mr. B?
He'll probably do a good job.
I think he's available.
That's one of the triplets. Yeah.
One of the triplets. We will be wrapping it up soon anyway. We're going to go for the catch up with the rest of the chat. Fuzzy's got to bounce himself as well now. Thanks for being on the show, Fuzzy. What you got coming up this week?
Well, tomorrow I'll probably go over today's game, just a bit of a look ahead into the next few fixtures, and hopefully we'll see more transfer business. So hopefully my doing content on transfers is not obsolete. So hopefully there's a bit more to come, and hopefully it'll be set up for a much better season. Get us out of project. Get out of 15th is what it should be.
Do you like Donica Kebab, Mr. Fuzzy?
Not since I've known them to be related to you. I haven't.
No, he gets stuck in Fuzzy, he destroys it. So-
In fact, I haven't actually had a doner kebab.
Is that with sweet chili sauce or garlic mayo on a fuzz? Which one?
This person should be on a fucking register. Very fucking strange person.
This Anthony.
Fulham. Very strange man.
Yeah. Anthony Herbert. This is Anthony Herbert's Donna Cullen version account. This is what happens. You'll go into chat.
Don't knock London.
At least that's a woman.
Yeah, exactly. London woman. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, up yours, Fuzz.
Appreciate being on, guys.
No, of course, and don't forget, for people in the chat, if you're still with us, we will be back, me, Anthony, and Fuzzy for the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, yes. Michael Chelsea's gone, why is Mr. Leatherface standing behind Fuzzy? You have to look it up, Michael, to see who that was. Colin's saying, Tony, I've just had a phone call and he has told me that after yesterday's shambolic performance, we're about to spend 125 million on 3 players, and one he's heard is Andre Santos from Chelsea.
Wow. Santos was all right because we had him on loan. We didn't play him that much, but he's decent.
Must be a trick you have up your sleeve then. Your loan players don't play them. James Ward-Prowse is another one. So, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
come to Nottingham. Just sit with the crowd.
Come to Nottingham, sit on the bench.
Oh, there you go. There's your answer. I'm a young girl, apparently, but I'm not a woman. I accept it. Okay, interesting.
I'm not a weirdo.
Shit.
Yeti, as we're going to start wrapping this up, what have you got coming up this week, sir?
Well, I'll probably be doing like some gaming and stuff like that. Obviously, I've got like the Crystal Palace Forest game, which is the next one at Sellers Park, and with what's happened with like the Europa thing, you know, that's obviously going to be like a proper sort of like mental situation. And yeah, pretty much that really. Just keep doing the watch-alongs, doing the real deal, doing the final whistle, and all that kind of stuff. Just keep building the channel as I am building it. As you know, I've got quality people in my channel. I don't have pricks like fucking Donna Cullen thinking she's a woman when she's actually a man, you freak. And you know, I don't have those kind of people in there. But yeah, so yeah, just chilling, Long-Eared Yeti's cave. You know, come over, have a laugh. It's a chilled space, man, and it's
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Always good to have you back on, mate. Anyway, you know, it's always a pleasure.
Nice to be
And
back on, bro.
yeah, mate. I mean, let's say mostly when I watch these shows in the background when I'm working, kind of thing. And you've got a
Just
good
tell the truth. You just
Oh.
went, I don't want Yeti on my channel. I don't want him on.
Hold on, let me just throw the bit of paper away then, like you know. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Should be all right.
Hey, I've heard the conversations. I've got drones, bro. I can hear what you're saying.
I thought that was the missus with the old doodah, but you know, it's drones. Sorry, mate. They sounded similar.
Yeah, it's not the Hoover. It's the
oh,
drone.
I don't know. Maybe there's something stuck in the belt. I don't know. One of the things. But no, it's always good, mate. And I say I don't get always a chance to get say much in the comments because, but yeah, you got a good little community there, mate. And
Yeah,
long
man.
may it continue.
Yeah, it's all good,
Long
man.
may it continue.
Awesome.
Oh, blimey, she's inspired by you now, or they are. So people in the chat, thanks for hanging around with us and that. Tomorrow night I will be doing a show at 6 o'clock. I'm going to go over obviously what Karen Brady said on Talk Shite and obviously our game. And then like I said, me, Anthony and Fuzzy will be back on Wednesday. Then me and Budgie, sorry, Wednesday, not Thursday. Me and Budgie should be back in on Thursday of the West Ham review. And then Friday I will be doing a watch along of the West Ham Chelsea game. And then Sunday we'll be crying on spilt milk again to say how shite we are. Other than that,
Who you having on your watch along? Are you having Michael Chelsea?
I will be asking Michael Chelsea. Yes, of course. I'll definitely be asking him that. I think it'd be good to have him on board. Terence says, just found a tender walking Toby, and if I get to nick my neighbour's pizza tonight, this show, a tenner, a free pizza. What a great night. Terence has had a great one.
Big up, Terence. Fair play.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Yes, we're not going to be putting them comments in, whatever you are, whatever you want to call yourself. Anthony, what about yourself, mate? You got anything coming up, or are you going to be on with?
No, I'm not going to be on.
Oh, fair enough then. We'll see you next week. Thanks so much for your time.
Yeah.
Contribution.
No, I'm Tom. I'm on holiday tomorrow.
If it's selling big issue,
Yeah,
with
I'm away. I'm away on holiday tomorrow. For a week. So
Have you received that tag I said I was going to send you, so we know where you are?
I hope I didn't get fucking lost like last time I was on a show, wasn't it? So but I'm on holiday next week, so I don't know if I'll be on any shows, to be honest with you.
Well, like I said, you should be getting that Apple tag the next either tomorrow.
I'll download it tomorrow when I'm not actually. When I
You know where you are. We don't want to lose you. You know.
I'll stop in this. I'll stop in the services on the way down, and I'll download it then.
is that like an ankle tag?
No.
Ankle monitor.
No.
Yes. Michael Shear saying, yeah, big game on Friday up in West Ham would just roll over and give us 3 points. You never know, mate. Michael Chelsea, let me know. Get in touch, mate. If you're free on Friday, me and you would do a watch along.
I've got to say something about that. Michael, you sent me a message saying you are going to be the world champions and you're going to be everything. And now you're saying, hopefully, you roll over. That didn't make sense. You're either going to be the champions and the big dogs, or you're not.
Yeah, but I was stopped there because that Michael, he knows karate. Yeah,
He does. He does karate. Yeah, he does karate. So Milano Cruz Campo. So, I mean, I'll be fine.
Them moves are legendary. He's going, yes, I did get Yeti Geezer. But people in the
Love
chat, thanks for
Michael.
hanging with us.
Make sure you follow him on Rumble. mate.
Absolutely, he's on Rumble, and yes, make sure he gets Michael Chelsea on Rumble. He's doing some stuff over there now, but yes, it'd be good to have him on
What's
Friday.
he on?
Rumble.
Rumble.
It's a platform similar to kind of YouTube, but you can be more opinionated in what you say.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a bloody liar. You told me Grinder or something, or whatever it's called.
I thought that's what he said. I'm sure he said grinder.
Oh.
And he said, "Oh, come over and we'll have fun." And I was like, "No, not for me, bro."
Well, you can have the other person with you then as well, using the chat.
Oh, I know Donna Cullen. I know Donna Cullen's on there. I know Donna Cullen's on there. So I'm like,
Oh, that was quick, Tom. That was good, but quick.
Anyway, people, enjoy the rest of your evening. I will be putting the links in the description for the other the guys on the panel that's been with us and that. Have a great week. Hopefully, it's going to be a nice one for you. It's still going to be warm, so make sure you hydrate and all that malarkey. And other than that, we'll say good night. God bless and take care. See you soon.
Yeah.
Ta-ra.
take care, guys.